It was like a couple of armed camps in our house now. Ness was threatening to leave, and Ellen was scared because she'd taken a couple of tins of ham to her party. Jeff was on Dad's side, and Mum wasn't saying much at all. I think she had her own thoughts, though. And I know she hated Mr. Gerald, Dad's old boss, who was staying with us. Forever, it seemed.
That's a lot, Dad.
Not enough, Geoffrey. Need more, and it's getting harder to find. So I shall want some tin food if you can get it, or anything from the freezer.
It's full, Dad.
I picked up a small one yesterday, other side of the town. Right, breakfast, lad. That's it then. Bring the army in. Not before time either. Now something will get done.
What will?
You don't understand these things, May. Not really understand.
Nor do I. And what's minimum force when it's at home?
Soft hand stuff. Velvet hand and a velvet glove. But now the army will protect the state. Quite right, too.
But why? It's not people's
You
fault.
heard what the man said, May. People taking the law into their own hands. Can't have that. We know who they are, don't we? Subversives.
Who?
I don't know what they teach you at school. I fought a war to stop this country being taken over. We witnessed it for it in the army, I can tell you. We didn't in France or Germany. Looters, shot on sight.
Did you shoot any, Dad?
As an officer, it wasn't up to me. But the men knew their duty, though, and they know it now. Be itching to get stuck in, I shouldn't wonder. That'll stop the handout merchants. What you doing, May?
He wants his breakfast in bed.
Who does?
Your friend, Mr. Gerald. He ordered his breakfast in bed. Do you want to take it up to him?
Was he sick or something?
No. He just thinks I'm at his beck and call.
You're not going to... Dad?
Well, I'll have a word with him later, maybe.
What's wrong with now?
I have work to do. Late in again last night? You watch your step.
Come on, Ellen, Barry, you're going to be late. I've made you some sandwiches for lunch.
I'm sorry, Mum, I can't take them.
What do you mean, no?
No one takes sandwiches anymore. No one else can afford them. I'm not taking any more. Or there's going to be questions asked, OK?
But you can't go all day without food.
Look, Mum, there's plenty of people who go all day and every day. I'm sorry. Come on, kid.
Leave it, Mum. Let him starve. I don't know how you stand it day after day. I wouldn't.
Oh, it's not me, Ness. It's Ellen. She hardly says a thing since we sent Inca away. Hardly says a word.
I know. Shouldn't go and see her at Terry's.
Are you fond of him? Oh, now, look, I'm not an interfering mum, am I? But don't just fall for him because he's a way out.
A way out, Mum?
A way out of this atmosphere. I know what your dad's up to, and I know what you think about it. But don't let it drive you into doing something you're going to regret later on. Now, I'm not nagging, love, honest.
I know. I don't know why you stay, though.
Oh, the worm can turn, love. Even I might, we'll see. The trouble is, I don't see it black and white like you, do I?
They're going to make vast profits out of your misfortune. They'll
lunchtime, we will be here to distribute free food. I repeat, free food.
What are you doing here? I told you to watch the house.
What house?
Mind it.
Nothing there, Dad. Not today. I saw the old bloke go out and the kids.
You speak to the girl.
No chance. Not Ellen. She ain't talking to anyone these days. Seems a bit scared like.
Right, now look. You watch the house after school, right? Go on up as you'll be late.
So that's your source, is it? Sweeteners for the police.
Maybe. What you don't know can't get you into trouble, can it?
Terry, could I have a word with you?
Quiet here for a change, innit, Clifford?
Yeah, I'll call you back, okay? You know why it's quiet? No food, that's why. Council says we're in danger storing up supplies of flour, grain, sugar. Permanent temptation to theft, so they say.
Typical.
Now, hang on. Whose fault's that? Your group. Free food. Where does it come from, eh? Oh, don't tell me, I already know. Nessie told me that she saw you
Nessie told you what?
Don't worry, I'm not going to shop you.
I'm not worried about that.
Well, you should be. I'd be worried if it wasn't Nessie that saw me. Okay, so she fancies you more than she does me. That's not the point. Look, Terry, I'm trying to help by distributing food on an equal basis to everyone. When your group comes along and starts taking the law into its own hands, what happens? The authorities stop supplying us.
It's not because of that, Cliff. They're sitting on a fat profit if and when things get sorted out because they got the food put by. How do you think we find it? And if we find it and give it away, there's others willing to find it and sell it. Oh, yeah. You think those in authority are starving to death? You think their kids are?
It's because of groups like you, we can't do a damn thing.
Well, it always was a drop in the ocean.
Well, it was something. Anarchy gets us nowhere.
It feeds a few in the market square tomorrow, doesn't it? Eh, Ness?
I don't know, Terry. I think what Cliff's tried to do has been more use. Better organised.
Oh, I see, a conspiracy.
Now, there's no need to take it out on Nessie.
No. She shot me to you, nesting, and I'm going to be shot all over. Well, you know what the police are like, some of them. Taking bribes. They're hungry just like us, greedy too. So, any stores of food are at risk. I know it, you know it, and she knows it. Don't you, Ness?
Well, this is getting us absolutely nowhere.
I'm delivering free food tomorrow lunchtime. Your people could come and get stuff from me. Clothes, shoes, wool, a lot.
One lorry load, what good's that going to do?
Well, a minute ago, it was something.
What about the risk? The police? The army now?
You think they're going to stop the crowd I'm going to have up there? No chance. Well, if you two don't like it, you know what you can do.
I'm sorry.
Forget it, Cliff. You won't change.
I'm trying to do my homework.
Then don't someone else by. Go to your room.
I was just telling Barry he should do his homework in his room, Norman.
Were you? What a day.
Not at the shop, though, were you? Letting things slide there, Norman, won't do.
What do you mean?
I phoned. Nothing been seen of you all day. Not a sign, the young man said. I'd be worried if I were you. These big firms don't take the easygoing attitude I would have taken. Drink?
No, thanks.
I thought you wouldn't mind. I told May you wouldn't mind. It's a good claret. I congratulate you. Oh, Norman, I'd like to have a word with you.
Can it wait? I'm rather tired.
Well, I don't see why. You weren't at work. Or were you doing something else?
What do you mean?
I'm very interested in you, Norman. Always have been. You manage things so well. Not just at the shop. Here at home, too. Good food. Wine. Meeting. Not easy these days.
Do you have a complaint or something?
There's no need to take that tone, Norman, is there? After all, if I'm an inconvenience, I'll leave.
There's no need for that, Gerald. I'm just tired. A lot on my mind.
I'm sure you have, quite.
What do you mean? Look, you stay, all right.
Good. I could wish for one thing. It's only a little thing. But your daughter seems to avoid me.
Does she? I'm sure I don't notice.
And your wife.
Cup of tea, Norman.
Thanks, May. What was that about May?
Well, she isn't exactly friendly.
She has a lot on her mind.
I think it's time you had a word with Agnes. Tell her that when she's offered a ticket to the theatre by a gentleman, she should accept. After all, I only want to do what's best for the girl. Widen her horizons. Help her to see things as they are. Of course, I don't say that I wouldn't like to have a pretty girl on my arm again. After all, we're not all old and cold, are we?
I've told you she'll be glad to go with you.
It's just that I want to show my appreciation. I know you won't accept a present or anything, so I thought you'd be pleased if I took an interest in her. Oh, and another thing. Barry's getting out of hand. So's May. She wouldn't bring my tea today until I told her how unhappy it would make you. Norman, you will see sense, won't you? After all, it wouldn't do for me to leave, would it?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Norman, we don't want talk to start. After all, we do live well. And you know what rumors do, don't you? All sorts of people ask questions.
Hands up for Portland! Come on, we haven't got all time. Let him eat, Kate. Come on, over the back. What can I do you for, madam? Here you are, dear. One for you. No, one of them. How about you? Get to it. Come on, get some more stuff up here, quick. That's not the way. Look at it. They're desperate people. Look. Here's some biscuits. Let's have some more. Barry, stay out of it. Terry! It's a squad! Get out of it! Come on! Wendy! Oh, Wendy! Come here! Run!
Oi! Over here. What you doing here, you rascal?
Looking for you, Dad. I knew I'd find you here.
Oh, thanks very much. You want a drink while you're here?
No thanks, I'm a bit pushed.
Yeah.
Still want watching Ellen Mortimer's place?
Of course I do. That's what I'm asking. What you doing here?
Checking in, Dad. Like you said.
You're a good man. You really are. I'll tell you what. What I'm concerned about is, have you seen any movement down there at all?
Not much. Not yet.
Well, keep your eye. Hold up before you go. Come here. Just before you dash up. Get yourself something and, whatever you do, don't let anybody see you, right?
All right, Dad.
Oh.
Dad died 3 years ago, you see. Mum's never worked. She's not really very well. Not strong. It isn't easy. That's why I came to her house. I hate begging. It's just that all we've got is Mum's pension.
I see, Wendy.
Do you? It's never gone up since Dad died. Everything else has. Food, rent, everything.
I can see, Wendy, really.
It's all right for you, isn't it? You never seem hungry, do you? I don't know how.
Well...
Look, I don't want to know. It's like Mother Hubbard's here, you know. All the cupboards are bare.
How are you going to live? You haven't got any money. Well, not enough money. No food.
Oh, I manage. I've been promised some bread later, if there is any. And a few vegetables, if I'm lucky. The butcher keeps on telling me he's got no meat. Got the coupons for me, but he says not even bones. You were there the other day.
Yeah. So what are you going to do?
I wish I was prettier.
You what?
I wish I was prettier. It makes a difference in the shops. They'll find something if they like the look of you. Some of the girls at school...
Some of the girls what?
What do you think?
Wendy. Wendy.
I'm coming! You see yourself out, Barry.
Alan, we take her for a walk?
I don't want to. She doesn't want to.
Take her for a walk.
Ellen, please. Nessie wants to talk to me.
I don't see why I should...
Ellen.
All right. Come on, then. We never wanted, are we?
You think I'm wrong, don't you? Giving away food, letting people have what they need.
I think it's wrong to steal to give it away, yeah? Look, I didn't come here tonight to argue, Terry.
No?
I came to say I was sorry. Sorry I don't agree with you. Sorry I didn't support you when Cliff had a go. I am sorry.
Oh, it makes no difference to me.
Oh, if you're going to take that attitude...
It's not my attitude you should be worrying about, is it? It's other people's. People who can make things very difficult for you and your family.
Difficult? Don't know what you're talking about.
You think I don't know about Ellen and the party, the tins of ham? Look, she talks to me. She's got no one at home to talk to, has she? Your dad, Jeff, that bloke you got staying with you?
Gerald.
Yeah, that's it. Look, I know about the tins of ham. No one's got tins of ham for kids' parties anymore, not now. So who else knows, eh? And what else you got?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't trust me, do you?
It's not that, Terry. I just can't talk about it.
Well, you get hurt then, believe me.
Who'll buy?
There's other people interested in what goes on, Ness. I mean, like today, when we were giving away free food off the lorry, there was a guy watching us. Vince Holloway. Now, that man is evil. And he's already asking questions.
Never heard of him.
No, of course you haven't. No. Well, then, I'll tell you something, Ness. His kid was at the party Ellen went to. You know, remember the tins of ham? And little Mel Holloway has got a mind like a ferret. He gets it from his old man. Now, he knows something's going on. Look, I'm not asking you something you can't answer, but if you won't be honest with me, I don't see much point in going on, do you?
What do you mean, going on? You mean you and me?
Yeah. Not if you don't trust me.
I'm sick of hearing about food. I think I'll go on a diet.
It's all a rotten mess, Ness. Do you remember that girl? Wendy, the one who came here? The one who cried?
Yeah.
I took her home today. She was in the mob trying to get food from Terry's lot. They got nothing. It was pathetic. There's no food at her house. A hunk of bread and a pot of meat extract. She said a girl had more chance of getting food if she was pretty. It's all gone wrong.
You can't do anything, Barry. You mustn't.
She's a friend, Ness. There was nothing in her house, nothing at all.
Secrets?
No.
Oh, really, Barry, don't you stand up when your elders and betters talk to you.
Leave him alone.
If you say so, Agnes. I do hope you've given some thought to our visit to the theatre. I'm sure your father will let me have some petrol. We can use my car.
I can't. My boyfriend wouldn't like it.
Then your boyfriend will have to lump it, my dear. If you won't do it to please me, you'll do it for your father. You do understand. Oh, I think your dinner is ready.
Prat.
Terry said people were beginning to talk. They think Dad's hiding something. Do you think Mr. Gerald would shop him?
What do you think?
Stand quite still. Don't move a step.
OPEC have announced that the price of petrol to Britain will have to rise by a further 29%. They claim that this is to ensure against the risk of a total collapse of the British economy. Silent crowds gathered today all down the Mall and in front of Buckingham Palace. There were no arrests reported.